Sick boys. Test. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, boy.
Mr. TommyKay Poker, how's it going?
Yes, man. Let me put you louder. TommyKay Poker. How you doing, you sexy boy? Everybody say hi.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Nice. How you doing? We didn't talk in a while.
Been a little while, yeah. Sick.
I mean, me and Dave, we talk a lot on private on our phones, man. I have his phone number and we're talking and shit. I love it.
I know, man. One-on-one. Holy shit. And two become one.
He always sends me like weird pictures. Dave, man, nice to hear you again. How's it going? How do you feel lately?
Hang on a sec. Let me hit the record button, motherfucker.
Oh, he's hitting the record button. There you go.
Holy shit, you're a little bit quiet. What the fuck?
Hello.
I got you at 200% as well. Maybe I just need to make you quieter.
My name
Testing,
is Joe
test. Alright, okay.
My name is Joe Rogan. I got a friend of mine. I know this guy.
You know this guy.
That was a meme.
Alright, first of all, I just want to say, I'm a little bit under the weather right now. So you're going to go easy on me. So there's going to be multiple times where I'm just going to, like, probably talk a load of shite, mumble. So it's probably going to be like a normal podcast.
But you said in the beginning, you are under the load of the weather? What did you say?
Under the weather, you know that expression?
No, I never heard that.
Yeah, it's a British
thing
for being unwell.
It's like you're a bit unwell. Okay. Oh, Davey. Well, we talked in the last days about, like, I'm always talking about losing weight on stream, and then you told me you're also losing weight. Is that true? Still?
Very true. I'm down. I'm going to use my British terminology now. You're going to love this. 1 stone and 2 pounds. So that's... What is that?
Wait, you lost... What?
I've lost 1 stone and 2 pounds.
Okay, what is that? Not Lord of the Rings terms?
I know. Just give me a sec. I don't even know the translations myself, to be honest with you. So 16 pounds. So 16 pounds. Oh my god, I'm going to have to translate now into... Yeah.
You lost 8? That's a lot, mate. Jeez.
16 to kg. Holy shit, yeah, it's about 7.2, yeah.
Damn. In what time frame?
I think it's just been over a month. Just over a month.
You lost 8 kilograms 1 month. That even sounds like unhealthy, man. Like,
yeah, and I'm actually probably seeing that's why I'm feeling... That's probably the reason why right now I'm probably feeling...
Jeez, man.
A little bit shitty. So here's what I do. So instead of the intermittent fasting, I just decided to go full-on fasting. So for a solid day, a complete sunrise and sunset, just don't eat. No eating. And I do that on alternative days. So Monday I'll do it, Tuesday I'll eat like normal, Wednesday I'll not eat, Thursday. I'm going to lie to you, it is incredibly effective and actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. But my God... If it's going to make me ill over and over again, probably not going to be something I want to do long term.
This is very, very interesting because even though you didn't really tell me about this, I'm doing exactly the same. I don't do hardcore fasting, but like 2 weeks ago I came back from vacation. I was still too heavy for my challenge, being 91 kilograms end of the month. And me and Lisa started fasting a lot more. And as you just said, it's very effective and truly kind of easy, man, in a way. Like, just stop eating and you're going to lose weight.
It is. It's. I think 2 things got me. 1, it's a lot easier than I expected, and then 2, it's just like, actually maybe it's not as easy as I thought. Maybe it's just because I've worked up to it by doing the intermittent fasting for a little while.
Yeah, but I
just don't eat full head. Yeah. Exactly.
I never did a lot of fasting in my life, and this is the first time I'm not really fasting. We're just eating less, much less, and it's really working, man. It's really working.
I've become a devout Muslim now. Ramadan vibes.
That's why there's not a lot of fat Muslims. Can I actually put chat on the screen? Would that be nice? Let me try something. Oh, I'm a fucking amazing streamer. Look at that. Jeez. Oh, man, we're in the next age now. Jesus. That's a big one. Damn. Dave, man, I'm happy that you feel healthier, but... Look, I'm not an expert, but losing 8 kilograms in 1 month, that's a lot. But it sounds like you lost a lot of fat and water, maybe?
Yeah, I'm going to say that probably half of that is probably water weight because, all right, I'm going to admit, addiction time, boomer addiction time. I'm addicted to salt, okay?
Salt?
I put way too much fucking salt on my food. And even if it's pre-salted, I'll still put more salt on it. And salt makes you retain water. And it's just not healthy at all. So that's a contributing factor as well.
Man, we're really the Boomercast. We're talking about how to eat, boys. But hey, you will all get in that age one day. When you're like in your late 20s, starting 30s, you gotta take care of this shit. But when
we do our next step,
do you mix it up with sports? Do you like go running or something? Do you sweat?
I do like the most like easiest exercises possible. Like I dick about with a few sets from my dumbbells, doing a few different sets and whatnot, and then I do like high intensity training on like an exercise bike.
Huh, man.
So it's like the easiest possible way of like doing a little bit of cardio within like a 10-minute period. It really is lazy man's cardio.
Yeah, you get lazy when you get older. I feel like people like us, we're not 22 anymore. We have much less free time now. We gotta take care of business and shit and girls and stuff, you know. Like you can't go. Actually, you can. It's an excuse, but it's much harder now in this age to work out every day for 1 hour to find that time. I mean, the time is there. It's an excuse. But when you're younger, it was much easier to. Oh, I'm just gonna go run for 1 hour and then I fuck 20 bitches at night too. Oh, easy. Can't do that anymore, man. Can't do that.
That's
anymore.
your exercise. The bitches, man.
Oh yeah, they drained me. But not only the body fat. I made money. I don't mean what. Jesus. Anyway.
Someone just said in the chat, do you sweat? Yes. So high intensity training is where you really go for it on like an exercise bike. So like you can get an app for it. Like there's one on Android that I've got, and you for like I think it's 20 seconds. You really go crazy. You're proper tramming it on the treadmill. I mean, literally, it's as far as you can push yourself.
What did you say? 20 minutes? 20 minutes?
20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Yeah, HIIT stands for high intensity training.
Yeah, I know HIIT training. Back in the day when I looked a bit into training, some trainers that I followed, what they will say to normal people that want to lose weight is, do HIIT training. Meaning, in the case what they talked about, one sec. Meaning, sorry. In this case, it was a German rapper who became a fitness coach after all, and he was actually effective. And it pretty much meant every morning go running for 15 minutes, but like fast running, like 15 minutes. And he told, scientifically, it means that your body will, these 15 minutes of HIIT training will start burning your fat cells during the whole day. It's so big doing that in the morning. Something like that. HIV training? No, that's what your mom is doing, mate. Come on.
Damn.
Yeah. Anyway,
just for anyone's curious, that what I do, just for anyone who's listening, so it's 20 seconds, really fucking timing it. Then the app gives you like 15 seconds to basically do it like an incredibly normal, slow pace, and then back to the high intensity again. And you do like 4 or 5 sets of that before you do it. So at the end of it, your heart is really ripping out your chest, and you really are sweating and really breathing heavy. So it really just pushes you to the limit, but over like a very tiny period. You know what I mean? It literally is 5 minutes of your time taken out the day. So I don't know. It's really convenient for a busy life like this. What do you think, Tommy?
He's right. What do I think? Did you say what I think?
No.
Anyway, well, two final questions about this. Question 1, what triggered you to finally push a bit more of losing weight? And second, did you have any sources that told you what to do, or did you just do it all by yourself? Did you read something that you need to do HIIT training or whatever?
What pushed me? Initially, I started to have meals and I ate them, and I'd feel incredibly ill afterwards. And I read online that was like a sign of pre-diabetes, like getting really freaking tired after meals. And that scared the fuck out of me.
That's scary.
And then one of the other symptoms of diabetes too is like you lose like vision because of like the buildup of sugar in your blood. And I noticed, like, I went to the opticians, and they said that one of my eyes was like a little bit less affected than the other one. I was like, is that connected? I don't know. So that scared the shit out of me. And then 2, I guess I watched kind of like binge. Like, do you ever watch binge these like YouTube videos that like show you like they summarize like
4 months on
like
this
the science in a very brief video. I don't want to say the science, like the studies. That's it. And then there was one that was like dedicated to high intensity training, and it was like showing you all the breakdowns of how it could benefit you.
YouTube is a great source of workouts. Very, very good. A lot of people are watching out there. They are too lazy to go out. Just there's thousands of YouTubers that work out with you in your living room, and they're very effective. YouTube is very good for this stuff. Yeah. But man, it's crazy that always something bad has to happen until people, like, you got scared of maybe having disease, and then you started really pushing a bit more. It's really interesting.
Yeah, it's not that I never tried, because I've been trying now for like the last I'd say 2 years, like constantly losing weight, trying new different things and different combinations. And I guess you get more. I guess if you get to a point where you start to see something going wrong, you get a little bit more desperate and you're willing to jump to more extremes.
True. Well, I feel like I listen to a lot of the Joe Rogan podcast, and he talks a lot about like workout, especially when you get older. And as you get older, you have to realize that working out and living a healthy lifestyle is truly a long-term investment. You don't need a six-pack, but eating the right stuff and doing the right workouts and taking care of your body, you are gonna have a lot of positive side effects from that until your high age, man. It's very important, very important.
They always say that, don't they, about like six packs, you know, like it's all down to like diet over the actual workouts.
In my entire life, when I listen to people that work out professionally, they always say it's like 70% nutrition, 30% workout.
Yeah.
It's so much about what you eat, yeah. And when I think about how I used to eat back in the day, man, chocolate all the time, brownies, fat meat, my God, you can't do that anymore. If I would eat now like I ate 8 years ago, I'd be, whoa, lumpa. You could roll me down the fucking chair, bro.
Any change to your lifestyle of how you're working out or anything?
Yes. First of all, I needed to motivate myself. That's why I made a challenge with the Twitch stream. That was only pretty much for myself. That was very egoistic in a way. And I said, if I'm not 91 kilograms by the end of the month, meaning 30th of September, I need to give 500 subs. And I only did that for one reason, because I needed the motivation, man. I needed to do something, because I cannot lose. You know me. I can't fucking lose. And the first 2 months, I tried half-heartedly, working out more, eating a bit less. But I didn't see big... let me show on stream, actually. You watching the stream?
Mm-hmm.
I have statistics of the last 3 months. Every day, I put my weight in it. And it shows how fat I am. Wait 1 second. And here, wait, I have to turn on that it shows all the months. And here we go. Can you see that on stream? Wait, it's focusing. Yeah, there you go. I started at 95.1. And you can see in the first half that it's like really jumping up and down, the yo-yo effect, just chilling out. Yeah. And then around here, that's when I came back from... No. You see this pyramid here? That's when I came back from vacation. And I realized, dude, you're back at 94.8. You gotta fucking start that now. And this pyramid here pretty much means I started really fasting. Like legit fucking... We don't eat, at least that was the same, we don't eat any breakfast anymore, so we don't have these calories. We make good food, healthy food, a lot of vegetables, no fat shit. After 8 p.m., no more food, no chips, no chocolate. And that is really, really effective, man. So what you're saying, totally right, man.
Doesn't it feel good too? Like when you skip breakfast and you have that first meal of the day, it's like, man, that first meal of the day, damn, doesn't it taste so good?
So true. We just talked about this morning, man. You feel overall better, even if it's maybe only just a placebo effect. But you're losing weight and you already feel like, man, I'm doing something with my life. This feels good. That's good. And as you just said, you feel much better about getting a meal. It's more like an event now, getting a good meal, like a pizza or some shit. This morning, we got kebab since weeks because I was down to 91, and it's just, that was good, man.
So what are you trying to get to? So I can see you were at 95 kilograms and you went to 90. And where are you trying to get to?
No, I'm right now 91.7, and I have to be below 91 to win the challenge. And once the challenge is over, I want to start, so that means the 1st of October. October is next month, right? Yeah. No. Yeah, October. I want to start a muscle build-up again. Just, getting... I don't mind being 90 kilograms. I think that's good for me. 88 to 90 kilograms is good for me. But building a muscle again. So, I need the biceps, man. My biceps is shrinking, man. It's fucking shrinking. That's not okay.
Yeah.
But in the end, the truth of the matter is how you and me feel is working out should mean for us, and I think it does, to just be healthy. That's really important. To be fucking healthy. That's for sure.
I think if I was going to think of the dream aesthetic, it would be that kind of that kind of lean athletic look that Olympic swimmers have.
Yeah. But for people like us, that's very, very hard to get.
Oh yeah. Have you seen the kind of calories in a day that I think it was Michael Phelps back in the day, it showed you how many calories he ate in a day and what he ate, and he also showed you how many he burnt at the same time, and it was just, the numbers were ridiculous. He was superhuman.
Michael Phelps calories a day. Well, they also use a lot. He ate up to 12,000 calories a day. Jesus. when he was training for Rio 2016. Wow. 12,000 calories. Jeez.
It makes me wonder what he looks like when he's not training, you know, because the aesthetic is like, what, 10 out of 10 when he's obviously doing his Olympic stuff.
Yeah. And great. When I was younger, I had so much free time that I just really worked out every single day for 1 or 2 hours, and I could eat whatever I want because I burned it all. But very important, Lisa studied this shit. When you work out a lot and you have a six-pack and everything, and you also eat very shitty, you still get issues on the inside. You might look good on the outside, but the inside is gonna have trouble in 20 years. That's important. Like, it doesn't mean just because you work out a lot doesn't mean you can eat whatever you want. That's gonna revenge itself one day.
Well, the studies say that if you're like yo-yo dieting, it's worse than like being continuously fat. So it's.
By the way, nice CK3 podcast. But these are the topics that are important. You will all get there.
Yeah.
Young kids. They're important.
I was gonna say this before we start. Like, I like if we could break it into thirds, we like 1 personal life and whatever we're interested in, 2 maybe the gaming stuff, and then maybe something else at the end. I don't know.
Politics. Nah. Anyway,
Lol.
Dave, let's put a switch in here. Dave, if you were a game tester, after all your hours in CK3, on a scale from 1 to 100, what would you give CK3 right now, you personally?
Wow. Okay. Oof. Damn. Should I have like a drum roll? Should I build it up? I'm trying to think.
Just get out there. I wonder what you're gonna say. I have something in my mind.
So let me paint the picture first. So let me load up Steam first and just see how many hours I got in CK2. And that might give like a better idea like where I stand in the grand picture. So I have 216 hours in CK2.
Damn. Jeez.
I have all the DLCs apart from the Rule Designer, Rogers of India, Jade Dragon. I've got, well, actually, there's a lot of DLC I don't actually have.
I thought we were talking about CK3. What?
No, I know. I want to paint the picture. I want to say that because I feel like your opinion is going to be different to mine because you played way more CK2 and you played it with all the DLCs.
Okay.
So I think I've got into CK3 with an even more positive opinion because of my lack of experience in CK2. And because of that, I'm going to give CK3 a 9 out of 10.
Wow. I just said before we came on the stream where I said that I think for people that don't know CK2 very well or the whole Crusader King gameplay, CK3 is a very good game. But as someone who was really deep into CK2 and saw what was possible in CK2, you have a much more negative approach on CK3, like not a 9 out of 10, because you see more issues and stuff. You know?
Yeah, I've got like 2 or 3 friends that are like, ooh, they were so hardcore in CK2, at least 1,000 hours, and they have negative opinions about it too. It frustrates me a little bit because, I don't know, I've come into it like this such more positive outlook. Anyway, your turn.
I give it a 7 out of 10. I think CK3 is a 7 out of 10, but it has the potential to be a 9 out of 10 in the next 1 or 2 years, in my opinion. The more I play it, especially lately with my Roman Empire campaign, I see so many issues, so much unbalanced stuff, so many possible exploits.
Let's beat around the bush. Let's just go for them then. What are the issues?
What are the issues of CK3? Let's start slow. First of all, there's some animation bugs. Everybody knows that. Sometimes animations don't show, but that's like a small thing. Other than that, hardware-wise, everything is good. It sometimes crashes. For me, it crashed. Did it crash for you ever?
Only in the pre-release, not in the main.
For me, it crashed 2 times since release, which it's fine. I don't mind. It's like okay. But that's like the hardware stuff. But let's get to the gameplay stuff. Ooh, first of all, look at all YouTubers, all the fucking exploits, making super characters. The genetics are very imbalanced. You can too easily build superhumans, and you have to agree, right?
Are we talking about ISP's video?
For example, or just like, even when I just play the game, it's very, very easy to make your children have good genetics, good genetical traits. In CK2, that was much harder and much more rare.
Yeah, I don't think that's a fair comparison because I don't want to compare it to CK2. I want to compare CK3 as its own thing.
But I want to compare it to something balanced. And if it's that easy to make a Herculean genius, especially when you have the renown trait, you know, the family tree where you get the genetics better, that seems a bit hardcore in my opinion. Or at least I would maybe ask for a rule where I can go to the rule set and change how often genetical traits come around. You know, to me, it feels unbalanced there.
I feel like I've not reached the actual end date yet. Maybe when I do and I see like what kind of traits I have, maybe I'll be able to draw a better conclusion. I do think the traits are definitely way more inheritable than they used to be, but I've never found that I have control over them. They still have that random element of randomness, and because of that, I never really think they're OP. It's cool when you do get like a guy who's hale and intelligent, and it's like, oh shit, look at my stats now. Oh shit, I'm living till 80 years old. That's really cool. But then I get the next ruler, and he's just pretty, and it's like, okay.
I get that, but I feel like, and I think if you would make a study or see the stats, it would be confirmed that it's much easier now to get the traits than CK2, which shows you that someone that was deep in CK2 sees stuff like that. If you knew, this is normal to you, which is, you can't blame anyone on that. But yeah, secondly, I see AI issues. There was many occasions on stream where the AI just bugs out and doesn't know what to do, and I just win a war for free and stuff. I see a lot of issues there. But there's always AI issues.
Did these exist in CK2? Because I remember the CK2 AI was just horrendous.
I think so, yeah. I don't remember, but yeah. But
I think this is the problem I've got. Like, I want to compare CK3 as it's an independent owned thing, you know? And I never really want to make it a battle between the sequel. Because, I mean, you could do this with Hoi 4 and Hoi 3, and I feel like you could... I don't know. I want to treat them as their own things, that's all.
So with that going on, we got a lot of balance issues. For example, Viking raiding is completely broken. When you have 5,000 Vikings, you can just burn all of England down, and you can do it again and again and again. The AI doesn't even stop you. In my case, I never got stopped. Like, I reached this point. You take one village in England as a Viking from Scandinavia, you make your rally point there, and you just infinitely raid England. And you just have infinite money and infinite prestige income. That looked very imbalanced to me.
Have you been down the stewardship path, the left path yet?
Not as a Viking. I was just warrior.
Because I think that path.
Oh, you told me about that, yeah.
Yeah, it requires less clicks, and I think there's more money down there as well. There's one that sells titles, one that demands money for hooks, and one that allows you to extort subjects. One, it gives you unlimited dread. Two, it gives you practically unlimited money, like you're making at least 5,000 to 10,000 gold per lifetime of your ruler. I think that path is
true. Money, another unbalanced looking thing. Like, I have a campaign right now where I'm not even that far yet, and I feel like money is no problem anymore. There's so much money coming in, I can get all the mercenaries I want. It's like, I can't really explain in detail, but when you build a building in CK3 that says, hey, if you build this building, you get 1 more gold. You get 1 more gold. You legit get the gold. In CK2, when you build a building that gives you 1 gold, you got like 50 cents more. Because the other 50 cents were like put away in taxes or some shit. And now it's so much easier to just make money and snowball from it. Yeah.
Someone reading your chat here. The Vikings controlled things in the Mediterranean, Africa, or some shit. It's fucked. You might want to look up on the history on that one, my dude, because...
I think he's referring to my game where the Vikings of Sweden completely own North Africa, almost all of England and Spain. There's a thing where they take stuff there, but they don't lose it anymore. It doesn't go away anymore. And I think I have to work with the rule set there, with the significant and limited inheritance or something. But yeah, Vikings are spreading a lot. I remember I was playing Vikings in my first game, and my vassals already took Spain from me. That wasn't the case in CK2. It's the enclaves, yeah, you gotta change the enclave rule.
Yeah, the enclave rule only applies to AI, it doesn't apply to players.
Yeah, but this AI Sweden already rules like the world. Other than that,
Were you Sweden?
No, I'm Italy, but the Swedish AI Viking just already rules.
Right, okay.
Even though I put the enclaves on. I see a lot of...
Just one thing to move on from that point. It's like, we can simultaneously say that one thing's OP, and then when the AI does something OP, that's not fair. I don't know, that kind of feels like a conflict of interest there.
What do you mean? When I do it, it's OP, and when he does it, it's unfair. Isn't that the same?
Yeah, that's the point I'm getting at. Yeah, like if the AI does something good, it's like, oh, it's OP and broken. But if the play does something OP and broken, it's like, oh, that's too strong.
I think you should answer the question as a def. But if when Sweden takes England and Spain and North Africa like that, maybe something could happen there. Also,
similar conversations that people have with Hoi 4, you know, like Germany's too strong, Germany's too weak, Italy's too strong, Italy's too weak.
Yeah,
Japan can't defeat China, China's defeating Japan.
at some point something actually becomes realistically OP. Don't you think? At some point.
In a way, I maybe it's just because CK3 is a brand new game and there are lots of teething issues with it, being the fact that it's not had the billions of hours of playtesting it would have with players and just with devs. And I think because of that, it has. I kind of really like a lot of the stuff that feels strong. You know, it feels really rewarding to the player. And a lot of the stuff you say, "Oh, it's broken," I just really, really like that. You know.
When you play Swedish Viking and your vassals take all of England and Spain for you, even though you never asked them to do it, you like that? I mean, that's a question that everybody will answer differently. But I would say I would wish I would have an option in the rules, and I'm now playing with Limited Enclave, that this would not happen. Give me the option that, you know, they don't do that.
I see what you're saying. I just think... I know it's a combination of you want it too hard, and then also you want some bits to be more easy, and I don't know. It's hard. I don't know.
In the end, some balance questions. Let's get the next one. In my opinion, huge issues. Especially, I don't know how the normies and the new people that started Crusader Kings for CK3 is, how they handle this. When you play Christian, you can't change your priest, and far more importantly, and I think a lot of people agree with me on that, I think that the succession system needs a little rework. Primogeniture, the succession law where you actually finally fucking save, happens way too late game, 1100, 1200. For the first 20 hours of every campaign that you start in 860 whatever, you have to... I feel like the biggest enemy in the game is my own succession. Micromanaging my succession is the most important thing in the game.
I love it. I absolutely adore it.
I think they did that and people like it because it makes the game harder. Like if you fuck up and your son split everything, oh, here we go again, I have to restart and fix this issue. But I especially in my campaign right now, I feel very annoyed by it after a while. Like I have
feel
to
like if we had
children, I have to kill children.
If we had Primogenitor early and we also had Sweden not blobbing out, I feel like we'd be here having the same conversation saying the game's way too easy.
I get that. But shouldn't the game be about conquering, map painting, and having wars, and not paying attention of your sons being for 20 hours?
I mean, CK is all about the politics of the Middle Ages. It's not just warfare and painting the map.
But in CK3 there's this brand new succession law called what's it called? Someone help me here.
Yeah, federated partition.
Like they break apart from you and even build their own titles now. Like even more fucking CK2 now. And I would have wished, like in CK2, right? You have two sons. The two sons split your titles equally. Now they make their own titles. If you own the Italian lands, but you didn't make the Kingdom of Italy yet, the son, like your heir's brother, will just Confederate Patrician, yeah. He will just make King of Italy, and that makes it so much harder, so much harder. I just felt like in my 30 hours of CK3, the most cared you have to do is successional. I followed this German streamer. He's a big German streamer, and he played CK for the first time in his life. And he always loses his games and quits his games because his succession fucks him up. Because he's brand new to the game. He doesn't understand yet how exactly does he manage it. Oh, I have too many sons now. I'm fucked. It seems very swampy, this entire thing.
A lot of the hardcore players don't get it because it wasn't in CK2, and now we have, I guess, more of an explanation of why Asturias breaks up. We have more explanation of why Charlemagne's empire breaks up, and I guess it just brings more context to that. I think when you discover, for instance, if you start as a civilized if you start as someone who's already got feudalism, you can rush regular partition. And then instead of that, you can just destroy those kingdom titles. So you can literally be the only ones holding the kingdom title, so you never have that issue.
Yeah, but can you really rush? You need a tier 2 research. I started yesterday, and that takes some in-game hours to get that. That takes a while.
It's early medieval period, I think.
Even though I feel like I learned yesterday, it could actually be fun to play learning characters a lot. People that have high learning and rush research, like playing tall. That sounds kind of interesting.
I tried that yesterday as Mali, and there's still quite a lot of waiting around. I had a 50 learning character. She was a wise woman.
15 or 50?
50.
You had a 50 learning character.
You gain it because when you're on the career path of learning, you get a lot of events to improve your learning.
Jesus.
Yeah, they keep firing over and over again, and you like pay prestige and stuff. Yeah, 50.
I would love to see what the difference is between a 50 researching a culture tech and a 10. Like, what's the time difference? I would love to.
It's about 20 years.
20. That's huge, actually, in the long run.
Yeah, but the average time's still really long anyway. So I was tribal, I was Mali, I was focusing on learning, and for the most part, I was still having like massive issues of getting those initial techs. The hardest part of becoming feudal is you have to research all the tribal techs.
Yeah.
And it takes such a long time. Did you ever do that as... Oh,
the Vikings,
of course, you changed religion, didn't you? Did you change religion?
I only had 2 games, Vikings and now Italy, but I never changed religion. I just did that for an achievement in the end, which I didn't get because I didn't turn on naked people.
The meta to that, I think, is you've got to change culture. You find a culture group that's advanced, like Frankish or something. Yeah. And then you flip to that, and then there you can...
But that seems so spotty, though. You're a Viking that changes to Frankish just for better research, you know?
Yeah, dude. Well, I guess...
I think you just pick...
Yeah, I guess you couldn't flip back either, could you? No. But that's the meta, I think, there. And it's really easy. You can just move your capital, and you click the decision on the right that just says flip culture.
Yeah, I've been thinking. I was playing Sardinia, and once you're in Italy, you should actually switch to Italian culture. It's going to be so much easier. Which is a bit sad, because you just throw away your culture and don't really work around it.
Are you civilized?
Yeah, I'm Sardinian Catholic feudal. Civilized. Yeah, feudal.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And I can see a lot of things I'm critiquing here is because I went deep into CK2. I think someone that freshly starts with CK3, he doesn't even know what he's missing. And obviously my main issue, which is fine though, the game is fresh, and even the developers themselves say this is an ongoing project, CK3 will grow with time. You know me, I'm a role player. I like to role play and feel connected to my character, you know, and a lot is missing there. So far, I didn't have a single character I felt connected to that felt special, no societies. Yes, you have the skill trees, but after a while they repeat. You know, after a while you know the money skill tree and you just click, you don't care anymore. And there has to happen a lot there, obviously. I don't blame him for that. It will come with time. We're getting a ruler designer. We're probably going to get societies. But at this point in time, I feel very... The way I'm defining CK3, I like the sentence. I came up with the sentence. I very much like... If CK2 makes a big step towards EU4, you get CK3. Because it's much more map painty, arcadey, war. And much less character and family roleplay, in my opinion. Would you agree with that term? That statement?
I feel like you're asking for EU4 there.
I wanted to step away from EU4 and step towards CK2.
Well, I mean, then you establish that CK is more of a character-based politics game, you know?
Yes, and that's what Crusader Kings is, right? And I think they will even advertise CK3 as dead. And I think it's going to happen with time as we get more role-playish DLCs. For example, the World Designer. But as a role player, there's missing some stuff, you know? Like, the content that I make, personally, for Crusader Kings 2 was always, like, the roleplay, the stories. This character has done this and blah, 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 you know? And that's very hard for me to do. As someone that creates content, I'm gonna map paint, I'm rushing achievements, it's much easier. But for the role players, I think the role players are a bit disappointed about CK3 right now. Like items, for example, yeah. Stuff like that.
I'm looking at the top subscribed mods for CK3. We've got cheats, bigger portraits, undress your character mod.
Dude, 100% there's human beings on this planet that already jerked off to CK3 nude characters. 100%. They exist. Damn. Probably watching right now, you crazy fuck. Like, I feel like I was asking this question. God comes from heaven and says, listen, Dave or viewer or whoever, you can play CK2 right now for the rest of your life, or CK3 right now for the rest of your life. Both are in the current state.
CK3. Oh, no doubt about it. I don't have to hesitate.
But why?
So, first of all, the game and the interface talks to you way more than CK2. A lot of the issues in CK2, you would have to basically like either track the forums or the Reddit or speak to a friend that knew a lot about the game to understand some like more meticulous elements of the game. Now, the ledger that tells you the lines of inheritance, I don't have to dig through like 4 or 5 different menus. The menu feels so much more responsive and active, and I feel like I want to use it and be more interact with it. Where like a CK2, just everything's. I don't know about you, but that sound effect. Oh god. Okay, so you have a high tolerance for sound effects that repeat. Okay, you played the SpongeBob game the other day, and I heard that music loop for the 20th time. I literally went a little bit mad. Okay, but it's the same thing with CK2. Okay, in CK2, that event sound when an event pops up, you don't hear it. Okay, but maybe we would load up CK2 would and hear that event sound and hear it fire 50 times in a freaking row. Oh my god, it drives me absolutely insane.
I get that. That's more like a hardware thing that it feels smoother and stuff, and the UI, I fully get that. But content-wise, CK2 right now is still so far ahead, and you cannot deny that. Far, far ahead.
So what elements are you missing?
Oh man.
Go on, fire them at me. Go at me.
Items. Reforming religions, because you told me this. Reforming religions like Hellenism is almost impossible. The lowest it is 7,000 piety, right? You researched that.
Yeah.
Like,
as far as we're aware, it's still not doable.
Bringing back a Hellenist Sparta, kind of impossible right now in CK3. Society is huge. The whole conclave stuff is gone, meaning taking care of bishops and the Pope and influencing that stuff. You can't play republics. Building great works. I think CK2 has much more events. Much more decisions, rule designer and making your own family, hordes, blah blah blah. Like, I don't want to shit on CK3. I just think in the current state, CK2 has much more, what's it called? Supernatural stuff like immortality and stuff.
Yeah, they've chosen to not go for any of that with this, haven't they? There's literally none of it in the game.
But once again, I read this tweet of one of the devs who said, man, I couldn't find it right now. Replayability. Who said this is their business model. They release a game, and then this game gets better with time. And I get it. CK3 will be like that in a while. It's just a bit, they have to wait now. And also, this is a personal thing. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I played 2 games so far in CK3, and I already feel like everything's too similar. Make a claim, raise your army, kill him. Make a claim, raise your army, kill him. Take care that your family's fine. Make sure you don't die. When you die, you don't get fucked. Like, it gets a little bit repetitive already, in a way. And the way Stay says I'm CK3 addicted. Well, Stay is a normie. He doesn't know. Now I forgot what I want to say. In CK2, the replayability was much harder because your family the story that your family took was always so different, man. You could become a Satanist and blah, blah, blah. I know CK3 will go there. And here's a great example. One of my best friends, he's a very patient guy. He doesn't want to buy games when they come out. He doesn't mind buying games 2 years later. And he said, Tommy, should I get CK3 right now, or would you say I should wait a while? And I told him, listen, and he has thousands of hours on CK2. I told him, wait 2 years, wait for the first 2 DLCs, wait till it's on sale for the first time, next year Christmas, and then get it. If you have the patience, you're going to have a much better product in the end, in my opinion.
So I'm going to agree with you that those elements to the game would be better. It would make an overall better title. It's kind of like saying in Hoi 4, would it be better with all the DLCs? Yeah, of course it would be. But here comes the big but. They can't be the exact same features that were in CK2. They can't be. They need to find ways to integrate it with the existing game better to stop them to feel like these standalone floating elements of features. Now, I personally don't like the treasury. I thought the treasury was crap. I felt like I was playing RuneScape with a bunch of these little graphics in a lovely grid that did these tiny, small, insignificant things. I know you like them because you like to roleplay. I have the skull of my enemy here, la 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 la. But for me, they didn't interact enough with the main game. Maybe there would be events that would happen that would reoccur over and over again based on be holding specific certain items. I know you had an event chain when you got a certain relic, but for the most part, when you had it, it just sat in your inventory, gaining dust and gaining your 0.01 prestige per month. It feels like it needed to interact more with the main game. And of course, the stupid names like +1 sword. I'm like, am I playing Dungeons & Dragons here or CK2? Oh, congratulations on your +3 crown. I'm like,
yeah, but it makes you feel much more connected to your character though, because your family has a certain treasury. But as you're saying, you can't do the same again, but you could do the same again. I think they already do the same. For example, you can't play Republics because they're planning a Republic DLC for Venice, that's for sure. make DLCs for CK3 that bring back old stuff, but better and maybe change. For example, bring back a treasury, and as you say, try to make it in a way that it feels better for someone like you with your critique points. More balanced maybe, because the items were a bit unbalanced in CK2. It was very easy to get Jesus' foreskin in the first minute. Something like that, yeah. But when you say they should have new ideas, I don't think we're going to see that. I think we're going to see societies. I think we're going to see republics. I think we're going to see rule designer. We already know that. We're going to see items again. I think they will bring a lot of old stuff back, which is not bad.
I really hope they don't. I really hope they don't. If they are, I wouldn't put their
You're saying you're against the societies and Republic DLC? And
I'm not
like
against
the Conclave DLC?
I'm not against the idea of them. I'm just an idea of just bringing back the features and copy and pasting them from CK2.
Don't copy paste, yeah.
They need to be full of life. They need to be different. They need to feel more inclusive to the main body of the game. They can't just be these independent floating features that don't interact with the main body of the game.
Well, I would guess if we would jump into the future now 3 years and we look at CK3 in 3 years, I think that after I would have been right and they just brought back old ideas. I would think, for the most part.
But think of it from someone who's bought the DLCs. Can you imagine just buying the Society's DLC as exactly as it was from CK2 and paying $20 from that? Oh my god, guys,
you're totally right. You're totally right. But they will obviously package it differently with other features, probably. I think they will bring back old stuff, but in a different type. You know, maybe this DLC gives you Societies and something else or something. But yeah, you're totally right. They should have new ideas. Would be cool. Like, for example, I don't know, national ideas or something. Like you play Germany, you have different research streams. So sure. Very excited to see the future. But as a roleplay kind of guy, I would be very sad if in the next 3 years I don't see, for example, Societies and items coming back. That would make me a bit sad. Because for a role player like me, I feel like I'm, as an exclamation mark, role player, CK3 player, I'm the minority, I think. But we role players, we want certain stuff where our family feels more special, you know, feels more different. Like look at CK3 right now. You have no Societies, no items, and that kind of leads to the point where all families, if I play an African guy, an Italian guy, a Viking guy, they all kind of feel the same. There's only what's different, the skill tree you take.
Well,
what makes characters different? What makes an African, a Catholic guy, and a Viking different in CK3?
Well, rating, technology.
The answers that you can give to this question are much less than in CK2, and I would wish that the amount of these answers will grow. That's what I would say. You know, the tech tree and religion. The tech tree is not different. No, that's not true. The cultural tree are the same. You have specialties in the bottom, the 5 ones, but the cultural trees are the same. Yeah, and religion, yeah. But in CK2 there was much more difference, man. But yeah, it's not a critique. It will come with time. It's fine.
The modding tools are pretty advanced for CK3, so maybe these copy-paste features that you desperately want, I think they're probably going to be coming anyway.
Sure, but that turns off Iron Man mode, right? Fuck mods. Excited for
you want your cake and eat it, don't you? You just...
I feel like if we go to the future, we will have Societies and items in CK3. I'm very sure about that.
I just don't even think what Societies are even going to add more to the game, to be honest with you. Because at the minute, I feel like improving your character's stats is really easy in games. So it feels like, what is Society even going to do anymore? Societies
give your character so much more opportunity to feel different, to have more adventures. Even though you have much more... sometimes I see in chat people saying, in peace, when you are in peace times in this is a great argument. When you have peace in CK3, what's going on? You fuck your wife, get some children, can't even name them for your grandchildren. You hold a feast, you go on a hunt. There's not much going on when you have peace times. And stuff like Societies give you so much more events, so much more to do in peace times.
Let's find an area that we probably both agree to. If there's more flavor to be added to the game, it'll be in the form of more events.
Yes. And that will happen. Yeah. That will happen. Well, I didn't really ask you... Can you please name negative feelings you have about CK3 now and what you would like to see in the future for yourself? I really like that you have a totally different approach than me on CK3, and I would like to hear how you think about what do you want to see in the future and what do you don't like right now. Because you're not really that roleplay guy so much.
That's a really good question. I haven't really thought about that one.
We're listening, Dave.
A lot of the things I have issues with, I don't like to bring up because I feel a little bit nitpicky. Like, for instance, when you mass ransom, you get spammed with 20 events as well. That's just a bit frustrating. It could be summarized in one event from there, and that would be fine. I like the partition system. I like it a lot because I feel like it adds that extra challenge and politics. And I did play the Byzantine Empire from the early start day, and they start with Primogeniture. And my God, is that a freaking walk in the park? Oh my God. Roman Empire, within 100 years, boom, done.
I get that. I also feel like when I will start a new CK3 game, I will take much more attention and I will organize my family much more. Just taking care, oh, you have 3 children, stop fucking your wife, and the game will get much, much easier. That's what I really learned.
I wish, maybe this is something the coders will find out eventually, but at the minute I still don't fully understand education. Sure, they have an initial trait that they get at like 3 years old, and that trait decides if they're going to be strong into 2 different areas, then weaker in a certain area. But then you assign an educator, and then they turn out to be like a tough warrior, and I'm like,
yeah, that happens to me too. That's weird sometimes, yeah.
I can't tell if that's RNG or is there something built into the characters where they need to have high learning too to be able to teach the children. I still don't fully understand how that's meant to work.
Someone says, I've seen people make Rome in only 100 years in CK3. Must be true, right? If you play Byzantinia? Oh, damn. Like, I just saw that already 0.5% of players have the Roman Empire achievement, which is a lot.
What is the rarest achievement? Let's have a look.
Where do you check that? Do you know, like, the website or something?
CK3, most popular achievement? Pretty sure I Googled this when I was looking for Holy 4 achievement.
Can you, like, share the website?
Yeah, sure, I'm gonna find it all. Yeah.
That'd be interesting. On Steam. Let's just wait. Dave will send a link. Huh. Some of the achievements are broken at the end. Steam says. Well, I need a link. But don't worry. Dave has it. Oh, I ate 1 kebab and I have 2 poop attacks all day, man. There's so much pooping going on.
Damn, dude. It's your one weakness, dude.
Mother of us all is... Let's just see. Let's just see. There we go. Here's the link.
This one already got it. Oh, there we go.
Okay, let's check the rarest. 0%. Starting as Daurauma Daura, have your line reform an African faith and convert all of Africa to it. How is that so hard?
It's because it's converting. It's very slow.
Ah. Oh. Man, you agree with me on that? Religion needs a little bit of rework. Like, bring back faiths and stuff. This is way too much piety and stuff. And true, converting countries takes way too long. I had a level 17 priest converting an Orthodox country to Catholic. It took so long, man. So long.
There's a few stats in the background that affect this, I think. There's one of them fervor. If, like, for instance, your religion has lower fervor than theirs, there's, like, a big factor there, too. I've found the best strategy for that is just to convert the top vassals. So if all your top vassals are all Catholics, they tend to do it for you inside of your nation. Sure, it still takes a long time, don't get me wrong, but...
Wow, how interesting. Starting as any child of Ragnar Lothbrok, conquer all of Britain. No one pulled that off yet. Wow. I thought when I read that the first time it must be so hard, because you have to kill all of Great Britain in one single lifetime. Ay. Wow, a lot of achievements are still not taken yet. As a French Catholic, hold the kingdom of Thessaloniki without being vassalized by Byzantium. That seems so easy. Why does no one have that?
As a French Catholic, hold the kingdom of without being vassal. Yeah, that is strange, isn't it?
That sounds very easy. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I imagine you have to deal with the politicians.
Where's Roman Empire? Dude, so many people have Rome already. 0.5%. Rome must be so easy when you start as the Byzantines.
And not only that, but people have gone for this too because it's spicy too, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm trying to do it as a count. That's gonna be interesting.
How did the Emperor's new clothes go?
And you saw it live on stream. I was an emperor.
For the audience.
I was an emperor. I tried to become naked, but I turned off nudeness in the rules, so you can't get the achievement if you turned on nakedness. Fucking ridiculous.
Damn, dude, you're so PC now, Tommy. What's happened to Edgelord Tommy? What happened to him?
What do you mean PC, huh? What? What? I have sponsors now and shit. I gotta be careful. Look at all this.
Guys, that's it. Tommy's PC now, like he's bowing to his sponsors.
Yeah, I never use any curse words anymore. Yeah, I'm
the
PC.
green.
Let's check my latest tweet. Let's check the tweet I did when I was pooping. Let's see how PC I am. What did Tommy tweet when he was pooping?
Oh damn, dude.
Man, he's so PC. Damn. Good tweet. Good tweet. Sellout? Whoa! I'm the one giving giveaways every fucking day, man. Fuck you.
Chat is so upset with you, my dude. So mad.
They're Twitch shit. What the fuck do they think they are? They're like voters in a democracy. They think they matter. Anyway.
Alright, have we got any other topics that aren't CK? We've got,
Is there any questions from the chat?
Yeah, let's do questions. So we've got another 10 plus minutes.
Questions from the chat. It can also be private questions. Will Feedbackgaming ever be good at... funny. Well, you didn't answer my question, Dave. I was asking you...
Sure.
What will you wish for in the future of CK3? What will your wanted first DLC look like?
You know what surprises me most with like DLCs for Paradox games is whenever they implement a feature, they always do it in a way that I didn't expect, and I like that feeling that it's in the game and it's just nothing how I would imagine it would have worked. And they've done that every single time with Hoi 4. So it's kind of like predicting something that I can't predict. So it's a real toughie. I would like to see it in a different form than it was in CK2. No copy paste Reno. I want to see more spiritual stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I know reincarnation's in it, but it's just I guess it's.
You mean like more supernatural events?
Supernatural. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, more supernatural stuff would be really, really cool. I don't know, Witches and Mystics DLC, something like that. But I want to see it in a different form than it was in CK2. I don't want to see a button that's separate to a menu that I have to click into that fires all separate events that's somehow disconnected from the main game. Fuck that.
Matt, have you heard the news of the Death Diaries for Hearts of Iron restarted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting, it seems like a Mediterranean DLC. As predicted. Italy, Turkey, Greece, something like that, probably.
So I skimmed through it yesterday. The short of it is this is a country pack. So this is not going to be new features. This is just going to be specific focuses.
Yeah.
We've confirmed the Greece is definitely going to be a thing. And man, that dev diary yesterday was so in depth with the amount of stuff they changed with Greece.
That's
and
true.
they're using all the existing modding features. So it is quite in depth. It kind of gives me a Kaiserreich vibe a little bit. And
I said that yesterday.
Yeah.
I said that.
And it looks really good. No, I'm really excited about it. And get this, guys. This is going to blow your mind. It's coming out this year. We've only got 3 months left of this year, but it's coming out this year.
Yeah, who predicted that too? Damn.
I don't know who did.
I don't know. Without trying to sound arrogant, I feel like it's not that hard to predict that after CK3, Hoi 4 is the next one with a DLC or country pack, and it had to either be something Russian or something Mediterranean Italian. I feel like.
I didn't expect them to release a small pack though. I thought with the current, on average now, it's about 15 months between DLC. So
I wonder if small pack still means 20 euros.
Hey, dude, if you play Hoi 4 enough and you love it enough, I feel like it's worth the money. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's like paying taxes. It's worth it.
What the fuck?
But we'll see. I'm very excited about that country pack.
Hey, we can have a conversation on DLC policy maybe another month.
All good, all good.
Questions, chat.
Okay, let's get some questions. And then I see you in 3 hours, right, Dave?
Correct, yeah.
We're gonna play with Drew Journal and Alex the Rambler. We're playing. Do you like this idea that we play the English Kings against the Vikings, or do you have any better idea? You guys never text me back on that.
No, it sounds good.
It's like the best idea I could come up with. Oh, I would love to see an earlier start date in CK3. I used to love. If you look on technology, the technology starts in the year 400 something when the Roman Empire fell apart. There might be a DLC one day where you can actually play this early. That'd be cool.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Yeah. I think that would like introduce horde mechanics, wouldn't it? Because it would need to show like the Frankish Vandals and whatnot, and their migrating tribes and whatnot.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Even though I always used to love playing CK2 on the early start because I like to play. I built everything from the beginning, like everything is 0. But it seems like it's going to be much harder on CK3 because if you don't have cultural tech, you are You are
Actually, you know what? I've just had it dawned on me. This is never going to happen because this is literally for Rome Impera, isn't it? So that's never going to be in CK.
Nah, that's no. The earliest start date in CK3 was the Ragnar Lothbrok start date and Charlemagne start date of 796, and I don't think that Imperator Rome will ever go up to 769 or whatever. No.
Oh, I was talking about as if there was a crossover of like Rome's, like the collapse of the Roman Empire.
Or maybe
for
they could meet there. 769, yeah. That's when you can play Ragnar Lothbrok.
I think the collapse of the Roman Empire is something that's never been done in a computer game and done well. I know Total War did it, and I just don't think it really worked. It was awful.
Yeah.
The most fun part of playing a
When
map
is the
game is starting off
Henry
incredibly
VIII
small
role
and
play?
painting the map your color and spreading out. And when you start the game, you control half the freaking world. I just don't think it was very fun.
Mm-hmm.
And the horde mechanics were
But
trash
there's like
as well.
only 10 people playing Imperator, so are they still actually investing in that game?
Oh crap! I actually never played Total War Attila. Actually, that's a really good point. I never played. I'm referring to the expansion called Barbarian Invasion that was on Rome 1. I didn't realize. I forgot about Attila. Total War Rome
Imperator. But wait, shit! I said that I want to start a Warhammer campaign with someone.
Barbarian Invasion. Yeah.
I always forget that. I would love to play Warhammer one last time in life.
Listen, guys, I know you guys are giving me shit for this, but I
TommyKayVODs,
played so many Total War games. I'm so
I will give you
burnt
shit.
out.
Yeah, it's okay.
Nah, I'm so burnt out on them. I hate the fact that... See, this is the reason why I like new mechanics that feel different from past previous games. Total War is so bad at that. Like, every single game, they make a new one. Like, tiny little extra features, but it's the same fucking game over and over again.
Exactly. That's why I don't really like Total War. I like the Warhammer games with magic and heroes and stuff. I love them. But I hate to say it because I know the dev and he's a great guy, but the China Total War, Three Kingdoms, wow, that was very, for me personally, very, very bad.
I tried to make a video on that and I just couldn't do it. I had a Tommy moment playing that. I was like, I don't feel it. I don't feel connected to the characters. I'm like, don't connect to China.
Dude, this is human thing, right? I think they made it to get on the Chinese market. I don't know.
Maybe,
I
yeah.
never know, right? When you check CK3 on Twitch, the biggest streamers are always Koreans. I never knew that this stuff is so big in Korea. Like playing Europeans in the medieval world. That's interesting, man. Never knew.
Three Kingdoms hits 1 million copies sold. I'd love to see the breakdown of like whereabouts in the world.
Made a lot of money. But that money must be mostly Asian money, I think. But I think they're gonna do one more. They're gonna do the final part of Warhammer now. The third and final part of Total War Warhammer. That's okay. I'm in for that. The problem of Warhammer for me is, especially Total War Warhammer, is even though you have a beast PC, finishing rounds takes forever. You click finish round and then you have to legit wait for 1 minute. I always hated that.
2 years.
Yeah. When you've played a real-time strategy like all the PDX games, yeah, I can't go back anymore. I can't play. I played Civilization last week, and I'll make a video on that, gets lots of views because it's a big game. And I'm playing it. I'm like, I fucking hate turn-based. I hate it.
I get that. They fixed it. Well, they fixed it 3 years too late, man. Let me tell you that.
Any other spicy questions, guys? Anything that isn't gaming? That'd be
Click
really
the
cool.
camera and remove everything.
Oh yeah, let's talk about your stream. Oh shit, let's talk about your stream, dude. You got a new camera. What have you got?
You want to talk about the stream? I'm looking for tax. I'm looking for tax write-offs. I had a meeting with my tax attorney, and he's like, "Listen, you ain't fucking spending money. You got to spend money, otherwise the state is gonna take it all." And I'm looking for tax write-offs, and I always thought that Asmongold. You know who Asmongold is? Ever heard of him?
Yep.
I think his camera is the best on Twitch, and I was googling it, but I found out his camera and the focus is 4,000 euros, and that was a bit. So I got the Sony. I don't know what that is. Alpha 3000 or something? I don't know. So I got like a camera, a good one. It was so hard to do, man. You need so many different parts to make that happen. Really crazy. But yeah,
it is.
I'm just looking for fucking tax write-offs in the end.
You can see every hair on your face, every hair on your head, and every hair on your chair as well.
Well, Stay told me. I know you're watching, Stay. I need to turn on the light, otherwise it doesn't focus and shit. I need to turn on the lights. But yeah. Well, do you ever care about tax write-offs, Dave? Do you actively go for tax write-offs, or do you just not give a shit?
So there's going to be like a lost in translation thing with this because every tax system is different in different countries. But
True.
the layman's version is I go for the most simplified tax version possible, where I'm not earning nowhere near as much as you. That's really important to say that, because if I was earning as much as you, I'd probably do what you do, and I'd declare myself an actual business.
Are you saying you only make like $1 million? Dude. Weak.
That was my joke on you. Holy fuck, you're stealing my jokes now. No, I declare myself a sole trader, which basically just means it's really simple. I just submit how much I earn and submit like the stuff I'm buying for my business, and then they just send me a bill. It really is so straightforward. I don't have to do all that crazy dividend shit and pay myself a low wage and stuff and trying to avoid taxes and have to have write-offs and bullshit. I don't do any of that. I literally go as simple as possible. If one day, or when one day I earn as much as you, I probably will hire an accountant and do it more on complex basis. But my God, I am so incredibly poor. I'm eating beans right now, guys.
Isn't your YouTube like really doing well lately and shit?
It's doing okay, I guess. I feel like I'm just getting by, earning as if I was working a job, really, and where I can reverse engineer your income, and I'm like, holy shit. Why don't you own a mansion, Tommy?
Dude, I always wonder myself. Did you hear that story? That, did I tell you that? Wait, let me just check your channel. Because I check your channel sometimes, and you're doing great. But sometimes, oh man, like when they do space engineers, nobody watches that. It really sucks, right? That people always want to see Hoi 4. Always. Hoi 4. All the time. Look, every time it's not Hoi 4, it's like, shit. Same with us.
It's really easy to get into like a negative spiral when it comes down to like making YouTube content or streaming on Twitch, because you can always enter that phase of like, oh, YouTube's destroying my channel, not promoting my videos, blah, 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 blah. I just, for the most part, I understand when my video underperforms, so I never really have any kind of like diss on YouTube. And when it comes down to like my progress and what I'm making right now, this is something I did about 6 months ago. I stopped comparing myself to everyone else. I just look at my own dashboard, I look at my own progress, compare my own numbers, and in my mind, my growth this month is better than last month. And that's all I work towards anymore. So for the most part, my mental health's good. I'm earning more than I did working in a call center. I'm not working in a call center. I don't know, man. I'm living the high life. So
that's great. That's the greatest thing, man. That's the greatest thing. Hey, when you said why I don't live in mansion, did you hear my tech story with the 30%? Did you hear that story?
I did.
That's
I think I've heard the story like 4 times.
Crazy, bro. That's fucking crazy, bro. I remember my mom and my best friend, I always told them how much money I have, and they're like, huh? That's all? What? And like, huh? Why am I not rich? Fucking crazy, man.
Dude, listen. I've heard you had your conversation about taxes a few times, so I'm going to verge into politics just a little tiny little bit, just a little flavor on the end. Literally, you should be thankful, Tommy. You lived a fantastic life up to this point, okay? I'm not saying right now you're not living a good life, because you had the state to prop you up in every situation to get to where you are right now. And right now, it's your opportunity to help some other guy, some other little guy in his fucking mum's basement become a big streamer as well. So you should think to yourself, like, this is an opportunity for someone else to do what I did. And that's the way you should say, what goes around comes around.
Fuck that. No, I'm just kidding. But I always host small streamers. I host a lot of small streamers. Dude, many times. Dude, that's because people don't see that. In my Discord, there's a channel called Advertise Yourself. Sometimes, like, once every 2 weeks, I go to that channel, and I go to these channels, and I give subs, and I say hello and stuff. They have, like, 5 viewers, but I try helping. The problem is, it's very hard to help Hoi 4 new streamers, because they're all retarded monkeys. They're all fucking mentally ill. Straight up, ban me for it, I don't give a shit. But the up-and-coming streamers in Hoi 4, 9% of them are fucking... I don't want to fucking help them. Fuck yeah.
I think
this other day I found a story. Hey, there's this kid, this German kid, who's always, oh, fuck TommyKay 101. He always texts me, 101 me, bitch. 2 days ago, I got a message with proof that he's cheating in multiplayer games. This is my competition. You want me to fucking help these people? They can't even play without cheats, man. It's just sad, bro.
I think I used to be that guy that used to give like unwarranted advice. Everyone's met this person in life at some point and they're annoying as hell, and I accept that too. So every opportunity I saw someone say something and I'd be like the first one to jump in, like, oh, you could tweak this, you could change this. Actually, you can relate to this. I used to do this with you as well in the old days as well. Like, oh, change this setting on OBS, Tommy, it'll be better. Change it. Oh, God.
I gotta be honest, Chad. Dave helped me a lot, man. He always helped me a lot with like settings and stuff.
Oh, I was so cringe in the old days. Anyway, that guy's annoying. You've all met him before. Blah, blah, blah. And now I think I just realized they need to learn the exact same way I learned. I didn't have a tutor. I didn't have a mentor. I wasn't educated in this topic. I just made 101 different mistakes and fell over. And every time I fell over, I picked myself up. And I think the truth is, when you see someone with a shitty cam, an awful microphone, and like 3 pixels on the Hoi 4 screen, I think for the most part, you should just accept that, you know what, man, he's making mistakes, but you know what, there's potentially he could be a TommyKay one day, you know?
True. I like this approach that you're saying, that you have to make it yourself. If you just get pushed all day, like I don't know, you're some female Instagram model and your football star husband pushes you all the time, it's not really your thing, yeah. But also, Tommy looks uncomfortable. What? Dude, the worst thing about becoming big streamer is that your chat gets more and more retarded. Straight up, man. Ridiculous. What was I saying? The problem is, let's say I have 50 euros. I have 50 euros and I'm like, do I give this to a 5 euro guy so I can buy a mic? Do I give it to Dr. Respect? Or, and here's what do I give it to my community by doing giveaways and shit? And I think for me personally, it's always give to the community. Don't give other streamers, don't give big streamers, give it to your boys. That's how I feel about this. You know? Hello?
Just 1 sec. Just 1 sec.
Thank you, Krat.
Keep your
thank you for all the subs, guys.
going, man.
Don't want to say thank you too much when I'm talking to Dave. Thank you, Pink Lion, for the 5. I lose 1 IQ for every viewer in chat. Yeah, there you go. What would you give money? Like, sometimes I feel like, chat, sometimes I feel like I owe Lyric money. I've been watching Lyric for years. I've been watching Lyric when he had 400 viewers, and I feel like I watched this guy for 4 years, and I never even donated to him. And I feel like one day I'm gonna donate to his ass. But I'm also very, very much... I think about this a lot. When you are from... I don't want to go too deep. When you are from a poor background, when you have a poor family, you grew up poor, you like loyalty more. Like when you're a skinny ginger to get from the ghetto, once people accepted me and liked me, I was very loyal to them. And for me, it's always very loyal that people like Alex or Dave or Kato1K, they supported me when I was still a nobody, and I want to pay them back in a way. Like Alex the Rambler, he gifted me Stellaris. I never forget. I give him $100 back 5 times. Like, giving these people back is important. Don't give it. I don't want to give it to some unknown small streamer. I don't know. Yeah, Dave, I love you. I love you.
I love you too, Tommy. I love you too.
Dude, did you
All right,
see?
I think we should.
Yeah, I just want to say that Marconi made this intro for 3 years of TommyKay, and there's the scene where you and me stand in front of the Brandenburg Gate, and it made me so emotional. I was, goddamn, man.
Oh damn! There'll be more of those coming up anyway.
Yeah, I'm actually a very introvert guy who hates people, but I really hated that I couldn't go to a convention this year. Dude, did you miss going on a convention this year? Would you have gone? Would you have liked to?
Okay, I didn't want to tell you this, but when you said you wanted me to come to TwitchCon, was it in March or April?
Yeah, Amsterdam, yeah. You didn't really want to go. Yeah.
I didn't really want to go.
But Dave, you gotta be honest when that happens. You gotta just be honest, man.
Listen, man, I respect you, and I understood that you were passionate about it, and I'm willing to take a hit if someone else is passionate about it, and I'd be like, you know what, it's going to be 3 or 4 days abroad in Amsterdam, whatever. And actually, to be honest with you, I like going abroad, and I like going to different places. And to be honest with you, I like hanging out with you too, so I would have been totally cool with it. But for the most part, I said, like, at the start of the year, I said to my girlfriend, like, on New Year's Day, I was like, you know what? Every year, I can be going away and going on these little trips and whatnot. You know what? I've just focused on my YouTube channel 100%. And that was kind of my almost like New Year's resolution. And then obviously you came along and I was like, Tommy, fuck. But then, it was cool. It was cool.
But like, if there's a Paradox Con 2021, you will be motivated to go there.
Yeah.
Whoa,
yeah,
that doesn't sound very motivated.
No. You're right. I guess I just felt a little bit like I was going like so many places, and I just wanted to feel a little bit grounded for 1 year. That's all. And to be honest with you, Corona is a blessing in disguise.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I saw one of those. You remember ParadoxCon was so annoying. There were so many people that just were always following us. we tried to be nice and not, you know. I think it's gonna be even more hardcore in 2021. It's gonna be even worse.
In 2018 at Stockholm, when I went to PDXCon, I did my own thing because I literally didn't get chaperoned or anything, and I had the most fun time ever, you know. And I kind of did miss that last year. I did miss that.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and how's the dog? How's your dog doing? to finish it
The
off?
dog was actually my parents' dog. That's Ruby. She's with my parents, I guess. Are you referring to the cat?
You moved out and now you live completely with your girlfriend, right?
Yeah, that was over like a year ago. There. So now
Damn.
we've got the cat.
So you, your girlfriend, and a cat are living together.
Yeah.
How does it feel living with a girl for 1 year? Oh, it's great.
Okay,
it's
we'll both do this. This will be the last topic to wrap up. Okay, so I'll admit it was
Lisa.
actually more difficult than I expected. Actually, the house isn't particularly large. We're pretty close together, and because we both work from home, we clashed quite a lot. And because of that too, my office was kind of like also in the bedroom, so everything was just so close together. You never really was any breathing space, you know. And I understand because your setup, your girlfriend does her own thing, and therefore it becomes a lot easier. Oh yeah, I'm streaming in my garage now. That's how I fixed things. I moved my office from the house to my garage.
He's in the garage now.
So no, it was really rough to begin with. It wasn't as smooth and straightforward as I would have actually have liked. But man, things have gotten a lot better now.
You got a house, right? You got a house, man.
Well, I'm renting it.
Oh, okay. But hey, after all, a house, man. But you say what's like? It's not like this anymore because of the garage, or?
Yeah, so I moved my complete office setup to my garage, and I do all the streaming and all the recording from there now, and I can be as loud as I like, and actually, it's really liberating.
Cool.
Actually,
that's cool. That's cool.
How about you? Now, tell me about your life.
I live with Lisa now for 8 months or so, and I gotta be honest, Lisa's looking for a job still, and it's looking good now. We're also together all the time, but for the fact that we've been together for 8 months, I think we're still doing great. Like, you can feel when you are together for 24 hours a day, that's not always positive, but we're hanging in there, and we're giving each other space. It's fine. It's fine. I like living with a girl or with her. It's cool. Obviously, there's always, Tommy, you didn't do the dishes, man. I'm like, oh fucking hell, man, Jesus. Like, I want to get a housekeeper. We gotta help the Eastern Europeans, man. But yeah, she always says, if you can't clean the house yourself, you can't get a housekeeper. Yeah.
All right, guys, I think we're gonna wrap this one up. So I've been Feedbackgaming. You can find me on YouTube. Just Google Feedbackgaming. I mainly make YouTube videos. Come on, tell me.
My name is TommyKay. You know me. I don't have to say jack shit. Get my G Fuel, bitches. Thank you very much.
Awesome, guys. Have an awesome day. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
I love you. And now
actually, one other thing.
And now he turned off the recording, and we can speak normal again. He's a YouTuber, you know.
Yeah.
Now I can say.
I wanted the podcast to have a.
What? Sorry.
I just wanted the podcast to have a beginning, middle, and end. That's all.
Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing great. I watch a shit ton of Joe Rogan lately because I go jogging and I listen to him while I jog. And Joe Rogan has this rule that the podcast, tell me if I'm wrong, Chad, a podcast can only be 2 hours. No matter how fucking amazing the topic is and the guest, after 2 hours, they stop. Is that true? Am I lying here? But it feels to me like it. Like, many times I listen to him and it's super interesting, and after 2 hours, and we're gonna wrap it up here, it's wrong? Okay, I'm actually wrong. I remember with Bob Saget, after 2 hours, he was like, okay, we're done. That felt weird. Lying? I'm asking if I'm wrong.
Well, a lot of the time they're talking before the podcast goes on, aren't they?
Yeah, they're doing a lot of, they're chilling and stuff.
I think they just want to get like the social juices going before they actually kick it off.
Yeah.
To be honest, we should probably do that as well, actually.
Sure, yeah. I just watched Joe Rogan this morning, and his new studio, man, that doesn't look good. That does not look good.
Oh, everyone's saying that. Yeah, I've seen that.
That doesn't look good.
Guys, someone in the chat, I want to let you know. So episode 2 now is on Spotify, and it is also on iTunes, I think.
He's talking about our podcast, guys. What's it called? What do I have to put in there to find it?
Let me just Google it myself. Hang on.
He doesn't even
I'm literally new to this myself as well. I don't know how like the RSS feeds and all that shit works.
I literally hard, dude.
User links.
I do not listen to music when I jog. That annoys me. I like to listen to people. I download a lot of podcasts and like I download a lot of people just talking. There you go. That's the link to the pod. Let me check that. I didn't never see that before.
The iTunes one, once again, hasn't updated for episode 2. I don't have any clue why. So you're gonna have to watch the second episode on Spotify.
That's
no
so cool.
Why.
Can you see the views on that? If it's 1K or higher, that's amazing. I don't believe that though.
I don't think so. I think they're a lot lower than that. I think the problem is no one's actually promoted this Spotify and iTunes. So that's
people will listen to this mostly on YouTube. That's for sure.
I don't understand why it's not fucking updated. Holy shit, that's really triggered me.
We're in the podcast game now. Let's sell this podcast for 100 million to Spotify.
Damn, hey, I said mentally that we go for 4 episodes and go from there. So we're getting really close, Tommy.
Shit, it's almost over. We'll see.
Maybe,
we'll see what happens. Hey, just go
slate.
with the flow. We will see what happens, man.
If there's a taste.
I think you're the Joey Diaz to my Joe Rogan. I think.
Who's that?
Joe Rogan has a very good friend, Joey Diaz, who's a comedian, and he always invites him like once a month, and they just talk about whatever because they're friends.
Oh, what do you know? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I see you
hey,
as Joey Diaz.
If anyone wants to do an unpaid job and be a really superstar, you can DM me on Discord and you can chop up this podcast. Because I've been doing it for the last 3 weeks and I just keep putting it off because it's boring.
There you go, boys. He doesn't
Just have to edit every time Tommy says retard or fuck. That's all you have to do, and edit out the silences. And every time I say something really dumb, I'll do a really long you edit that out as well. How easy is that, right?
Okay, you're getting hired, guys. There's a big fire in Beirut. There's always a fire there. Come on. Anyway, Dave, it was fun once more. I love you. Yep. I actually don't want you to go because I don't know what to do until 6 p.m. I'm gonna play SpongeBob, I guess.
Yay! I can't wait to hear that music loop. All right, dude. I'll see you soon.
Thank you very much, man. I love you. Bye.
You.
Isn't he beautiful? Check out Feedback Gaming on YouTube, making a lot of Paradox content. Hey, I'm a big fan of yours. I love your lives and the videos on YouTube after them. Watching your videos inspired me to try to make all her 4 achievements like you. Oh, I feel bad for you, mate. But I don't have the knowledge to do so. So I would like to know if you could please teach me how to play her 4. Okay, I'll do that after stream. Gentlemen, that was the podcast. I like having the chat here. That's cool. We're going to do that more often. That's cool. I'm going to keep that.